The galaxy had never seen a force like the Zinthar Dominion, an empire so feared and ruthless that even the bravest of species shuddered at their approach. Their warships, colossal and menacing, swept through star systems like a storm of destruction, leaving nothing but ashes in their wake. But when the Zinthar set their sights on the human colony of New Terra, they anticipated a routine conquest. Admiral Kor, the Zinthar fleet's commander, relished the thrill of war. His eyes, like molten gold, scanned the star charts with disdain as his fleet closed in on the tiny, insignificant human outpost. "Prepare for planetary bombardment," he ordered with a voice as cold as the void. His subordinates scrambled to comply, eager to witness the annihilation of yet another lesser race. On New Terra, chaos reigned. The colonists, a mix of scientists, engineers, and families, were thrown into a frenzy of fear and desperation. The once thriving settlement had become a hive of frantic activity as the Zinthar's arrival became imminent. Ships scrambled to evacuate, and everyone braced for the end. However, amidst the panic, one group remained eerily calm. The human military forces, led by Colonel Sarah Brooks, stood resolute in the face of overwhelming odds. Colonel Brooks, a veteran of countless battles, had faced dire situations before, but this was different. The Zinthar's reputation for brutality was legendary, yet she and her team faced their adversaries with an unshakable confidence. "Colonel, the Zinthar fleet is in range. Should we prepare for immediate evacuation?" one of her officers asked, his voice tinged with anxiety. Colonel Brooks shook her head. "No, we're not running. Not this time. We've got a plan." The officers exchanged confused glances. "Plan? Ma'am, we're talking about the Zinthar Dominion here." "They're going to obliterate us!" Brooks's eyes narrowed with determination. "That's exactly why we're not running. We need to show them that humanity isn't something they can just trample over. We're going to fight." The Zinthar fleet descended upon New Terra, their warships looming like dark omens against the planet's surface. As the colossal ships began their bombardment, their destructive power seemed unstoppable. Cities crumbled under the weight of the assault, and the sky was ablaze with the fires of war. Yet, amidst the devastation, something unexpected happened. The human defenses, which the Zinthar had anticipated to be a mere formality, began to fight back with a ferocity and precision that shocked even the most seasoned of the Zinthar warriors. The planetary shields, thought to be on the brink of collapse, held firm, and the few remaining human warships engaged the Zinthar fleet with a tenacity that defied expectations. Admiral Kor watched in disbelief as his fleet's advanced weaponry struggled against the unexpected resilience of the human defenses. "What is this? How are they still fighting?" he roared in frustration. His chief strategist, a reptilian creature with scales of iridescent blue, peered at the tactical displays, his eyes widening in astonishment. "Admiral, the human ships, they're using tactics we've never encountered before. They're adapting, countering our every move. The Zinthar Dominion was used to crushing opposition with sheer force, but humanity's resourcefulness and adaptability proved to be a challenge unlike any other." Colonel Brooks and her team, leveraging every bit of ingenuity they had, implemented a series of surprise counterattacks that disrupted the Zinthar's operations. Their strategy was as unpredictable as it was effective, turning the tide of battle in ways the Zinthar could not anticipate. The turning point came when Brooks unveiled her final gambit. With the Zinthar fleet concentrated around New Terra, she activated a hidden weapon, an experimental superlaser, capable of channeling immense energy from the planet's core. The weapon, a last-ditch effort, had never been tested in combat, but Brooks was willing to risk it. As the superlaser fired its beams slicing through the void, the Zinthar fleet was caught off guard. The weapon struck with devastating precision, crippling several of the Zinthar's flagship vessels. The once mighty fleet began to falter, their cohesion shattered by the unexpected assault. Admiral Kor, now visibly enraged and panicked, gave the order to retreat. "Fall back! We've underestimated these humans. They're not the weak prey we thought they were." As the Zinthar ships withdrew, the remnants of New Terra's defenses stood victorious. The planet had endured a brutal assault, but humanity had emerged not only unbroken, but emboldened. The Zinthar Dominion had learned a valuable lesson. Underestimating humanity came with dire consequences. Colonel Brooks, standing amidst the wreckage of the battle, gazed out at the battered but defiant world. She knew that this was just the beginning of humanity's stand against those who sought to subjugate them. The Zinthar had cowered in fear of their own hubris, but humanity had risen to meet the challenge with unwavering resolve. In the aftermath, the tale of New Terra's defense became legendary across the galaxy. It was a story of courage and defiance, a reminder that no matter how dark the odds, there would always be those who would stand firm and refuse to cower. Humanity had shown that when faced with insurmountable odds, they would not only fight, they would prevail.